Nestled in the rolling hills of Tuscany is a place of terracotta rooftops and terraced gardens. Collodi, Italy looks like it was pulled straight out of a fairy tale. And in many ways, it was.
So the first line of the story, chapter 1, once upon a time there was a piece of wood. Tells the story of a wooden puppet that wants to become a real boy.
A wooden puppet given a name.
So this is our Pinocchio.
He's the most famous puppet in the world. And his story still lives in the village where it all began.
First publication of Pinocchio, July 7, 1881.
The author, Carlo Lorenzini, used the pen name Collodi to honor the town where he grew up. Today, Collodi celebrates its famous connection with pride.
So my name is Roberto Vezzani and I am the librarian at the National Carlo Collodi Foundation. Of course, the most important book of the library is Pinocchio.
Beyond the book, the puppet's presence here is, well, huge.
It makes you feel very tiny.
Yeah, it's the tallest Pinocchio in the world.
There's a Pinocchio theme park.
We'll go through all the adventures that he lived in the book. It makes you feel like you are part of the story as well.
A traditional puppet show entertains children. There is Pinocchio art, a Pinocchio in a roundabout,
I'm Miss Pinocchio.
and plenty of Pinocchio souvenirs. Long before Disney's version of the puppet, Pinocchio was carved into the culture of Italian families.
Oh, benvenuti qui all'isola di Pinocchio, il mio laboratorio di marionette. Prego, accomodatevi.
This artist in Venice
Viva!
was so inspired by Pinocchio, he decided to make marionettes for a living.
Mi dicono che assomiglio a Geppetto, cioè al papà di Pinocchio. Indubbio, certo.
And this violin maker in Cremona still cherishes this Pinocchio that was around when his daughters were young.
Dad, read me a few pages of Pinocchio and I would read it to her in the original Tuscan Italian, old Italian language, which is very, very beautiful.
La storia di un burattino, history of a puppet.
This says History of a Puppet.
Yes.
And that's the first mention of Pinocchio.
Exactly.
More than a children's story, Pinocchio was a tale about honesty and morality.
He couldn't tell lies, otherwise his nose was growing. At the end, he understood what is most important, the true values of life. Family.
This one is for Greece.
A story
This comes from China.
that connected with millions.
Edition from France.
The Adventures of Pinocchio is the second most translated book in the world, behind only the Bible.
Almost 700 translations in almost 200 languages.
You've probably read Pinocchio hundreds of times, right?
I guess so. It's part of my work, so I do not complain about that.
So while Collodi may seem like just another Tuscan village, it's actually the heart of a story that has touched the world. A place where imagination was born, and where even today, a little wooden boy reminds us all what it means to be real.
So that's the ending of the story.